gonna start the budget hearing for EUFR. We'll call this meeting to order at 19:33. And we'll go through roll call. Matt Hona.
Chris Williams.
Mark Calvert.
Great Phillips.
Chris Werland.
Yeah, got everybody here. Ray, are you gonna stick with us?
Yes, I'm listening.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, so we'll start public comment or testimony. Attending public speaking. Attending public may comment on the budget now. Please state your name, address for making comments. Speaking time is controlled by the EUFR president, but generally limited to 5 minutes per person. Hearing no public comment. Discussion of the budget. Easton Matilda Fire and Rescue Board of Directors will discuss and deliberate the budget, make the changes, or offer final comments. Thank you. You can light it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't get start time.
7:33.
Thank you.
So I'll frame it up, and then I'm gonna some of listening in on the medic budget was very helpful for me because it reminded me of a few things why we tumbled into some things. Oh, that's right. That's why we did that. But I couldn't remember a couple things. So, so Ray, Chris, and I. So the budget document. So Dave proposed the budget. Ray and Chris and I worked through Chris's spreadsheet with the splits and with some of those other things. To try to come up with programmatic splits between the two districts and who should pay for what and to get a track and all that. We applied those new numbers into the categories within the budget, and that was what was presented to the budget committee. And so there were a few differences, changes between what was proposed and what the budget committee adopted. Budget committee adopted the budget. Not unanimous. There was one no vote, but it was overall unanimous. Other than that, and given the last couple of weeks looking at this stuff, I think that was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. And listening to the medic budget, we're going to have to tweak it, and we know we're going to have to tweak some things, and I think we're going to have to tweak a few more things. So the intent is to put that up here. We can do that in real time, and then we can save it when we're done, and that will be what we either,
Approve and be done.
yeah. So that'll be the intent, and I'll try to track stuff as we're going. It's the same document that you guys are looking at. We'll just do it right up there so everybody sees it.
So I would recommend updating the IGA with the health district to 867,000.
You've grown a bunch. Dave, I know we did a bunch of copies, but I don't know.
Sorry, there's none.
There you go. Thank you. All right, go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
No, that was the only comment I had on LB 20.
Okay. So
What was it again?
What was that number again? Sorry.
867,000. What line item?
13.
13.
Thank you. And that's just to match what we put in the medic budget. And the reason that it's slightly more than what I'd originally forecast, we'll get to that later in the meeting, but as we look at options for fire chief services, it's probably going to cost a little bit more than what I had in my original figures. So,
and so just going through the differences there, the available cash on hand we reduced from 690 to 600 to provide a little more margin, I believe.
well, I worked with Jessica and we tried to make a new estimate of, based on expenditures, because when we did it, our look was a little bit after the budget officer did his look. So we had some expenses that came in. And so That was the more later estimate.
Okay, and the other thing that we're also, just so we're all squared away on what we're looking at, is in column B, well, I guess you're not seeing B, so the second year proceeding, 2023-24, far left column. A lot of numbers are in green. Those are actuals from that year. So Jessica went back through the books and plugged in the actuals for that budget. Did the same thing for first year proceedings, so 2024, 2025. Those are actuals. And then the next one is up through April. Is that right? So we still have 2 months to go on that in the current fiscal year we're in, which is the third column. I believe the red and green, the Christmas colors are, green is under budget and red is over.
So for the resource page, the first one we're looking at, green means it exceeded what we expected to get, red means it didn't make it.
Okay, and then
And
on
then
the future
following
pages,
red means it's over budget.
so green is good,
Yes,
red is bad if you want to think about it that way.
in this respect, yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jessica.
So that'll change our totals at the bottom. The other thing that these are sums, yeah, so that's a sum. That, I believe that should be in here, right? So we're just gonna make a few edits here. If folks are okay with that, should be so.
Not for that line, that should be G.
Oh, that should be G.
Yeah, that sum, it should be column G right there, not H.
Oh, that's right. Spreadsheet skills. H. Still changes that quite a bit, but
Yeah, but the biggest impact is reducing the cash.
Yeah.
I think that
why is it that? One, 176. Well, there we go. That equal what it was before? Yep,
Yes.
2176.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, okay, so we're good on page one. We're gonna go into page W31.
Yeah, that makes sense to do the detailed and then do the summary. Yes.
All right, so same kind of deal. So we'll be skipping to page.
You're looking at LB 30.
30, we're jumping to 31 to do the requirements and then we'll go back and fill in the summary.
Yeah. The requirements detailed in the requirements. Okay, yeah,
So we're gonna, suggestion would be to update the fire chief line item to 60,000, is that right?
we did reduce the PERS a little bit. And I think that's because of the split, is that correct?
Yeah, I think it was just overestimated.
And we don't have actuals to really show that, which is part of the
Right, because we haven't been in it a year,
the
right?
challenge with PERS is, yeah, we don't have.
How are we paying more in PERS than we do in wages? No, wages is farther down, line 24.
Yeah, but you got 60, 90, and 36.
Oh, keep going. You haven't gotten all the wages yet.
Oh, okay.
Medic labor's down lower.
There's $400,000.
So that's, it's
Okay.
a bit of a shocking number, but that's the reality of PERS.
Yeah,
So, to be a
18%.
PERS employer, it's a chunk of change. And that's due to the fact that we don't have another option as we employ firefighters. And we tried to work with PERS to get comparable retirement plans, and you got stonewalled.
So do medics have to pay PERS?
If part of their duties is firefighting, then yeah, they are a public
They're
employee.
Medic only, they
Firefighters.
don't.
So if 75% of their wage is medic, is there a possibility to only put 25 for PERS?
Because they're employed by the fire district, they have firefighting in their duties, whether they do it 5% of the time or
It don't matter.
95% of the time.
Okay.
It's in their job.
Okay.
That would.
You can see one of the big jumps is in the accounting, audit, payroll services line item. And that reflects our IGA with Pendleton.
The line 41. So kind of thinking that through, it showed up on the summary tab. Currently it shows up on the summary, or was proposed on the summary tab as a special payment. And we have moved it back into the service and supply. And I think it's to kind of line it up with the line item look. And I'm just thinking out loud for a second. Do we want it to be in its own, that specific IGA in its own line item under a special payment every month, so that we know that, hey, that comes out at the end. It budgeted 100, it came out at 100.
I think so.
But we'd have to pull it back out of that line item and put it back into the other side, just so that you can track it. If we have IGAs moving forward, I think maybe we can expand that to have this is the IGA with City of Pendleton for payroll. This is the IGA with blah blah blah, so that they are listed, so they're tracked separately. But in the budget, they're lumped in. But on our expenditure side, we track them
I can do that.
separated out.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would we put that back to
We're looking at line 41.
line 41? Would we put that back to 35 as proposed, or are we just looking at an audit now? Because payroll services and accounting, well, it went from 35 to 115, which is only an 80,000 increase. It's 100,000.
Yeah, we're gonna move that 100,000 down.
And you're moving that into,
You're gonna use like line 48. Or
Well, it'd be in there. We put it back into this one.
well, it has to show up on both pages.
Oh, gotcha. Yep.
What is line 20, extra duty assignments? Is that for employees or can it go there?
In the past, there were assignments that employees would do that were basically additional extra duties rather than just being a firefighter person. They could take care of the things around here. They would have an extra thing, and that was a line item where we gave it a stipend for doing this.
Okay.
And when the union was created, we took basically we looked for every dollar we could find that was wage related. We lumped it all up, and that's what we have.
Okay.
Is that where like your grant funded positions would go? Like, don't we get grant money for the fire reduction?
Correct.
Is that where that would go in
I
that
think
line
that
item?
goes line item, I think.
Okay,
I see fire control, but
Are they baked into the payroll?
Yes.
Oh. Gotcha.
Yeah, as far as budgeting, they're baked in there.
It's line number 6, Mark.
what's that?
It's LV 31, line number 6.
Oh, okay. And then I had a question, equipment testing, is that number correct? 12,500,
Line.
34? Only reason I asked is, I think it was earlier this month, last month, we did the hose testing. I looked at my emails, we did it in October of last year, which was twice in the budget year. Is that normal, or are we only supposed to do hose testing once?
Once
in a
per year, they asked us if we could do this during this, at the end of this fiscal year. And the testing is good for 1 calendar year.
So we're not looking at doing it again in October?
Correct.
Okay. I just like, well, that seems like we already did that. Why are we doing it again?
That's the
So
same thing
that's why I was wondering if that was correct, if we're gonna have to pay twice for that. Okay.
There is a little bit of extra money in the equipment testing because one of the things that the OSHA guys, when they did their roundabout, the extinguishers in each facility are supposed to be tested and certified, and that was my mistake. I did not. It wasn't in my front brain to have the extinguishers tested and certified. So I threw in a little bit of extra money there to make up for that. I've never done it before. I have no idea what it's gonna cost.
Accounting services bookkeeping line item 36, because we did zero that one out. Not trying to recall why.
Because
You left me with the question. Couldn't answer the question. We would still need the,
I think
is that where we put our audit in, or is it- I know audit's in elsewhere, so. I don't know that. That's probably where,
Was it item 41?
yeah. The audit's there, so we're good there. We figured that's going through the IGA. I think.
it's because we have a line item for admin assistant.
Okay.
So
And that's, so our expenditures were in there from prior.
yeah,
Yep, okay, that's, I. So I just added a line, well, I didn't add a line, but I plugged in the IGA with city of Pendleton, we can just leave that as a general IGA. Expenditure line, but that's on 40.
So in the financial report, you want me to break the IGA into its individual ones so that when I run your monthly reports, you can see which ones are spent, but they'll all be billed under 48.
Yes.
be budgeted under.
Budgeted
Right,
under 40.
sorry,
Yeah.
budgeted.
Yeah, but it would be helpful if you could track our expenses for those separately. Yeah, that'd be great.
That brings us 1619191 66919. That number. It's been a long day.
I understand.
Okay. And that should populate these, right? They'll work.
Did it work?
No, it's not look like it.
39. What did I say, L31? I-31?
I sounds right.
30 machine. Nope, wasn't that.
It's,
You might just have to, whether she, look at.
Yeah.
Equals. We're gonna have to calculate the operating contingency.
I'm not sure why those functions broke, sorry.
Oh, sorry. And you make a copy of a spreadsheet and make another copy of the spreadsheet.
That's.
Yeah.
It's very easy to. Very easy to get there. What was that, 151?
2177, so 330,
Yeah.
300.
Getting closer. Quick math.
Rescue itself.
Uh-huh.
I just do it off to the side. And that's-
Oh, they're probably.
Oh, they're just kidding. We adjusted it. This is what the budget officer put in. This is what we actually
Okay.
received last year.
Okay, well, I know at the medic when we
Mhm.
did the hand change, I didn't know
Yep.
that was already.
Yep, so the budget committee did approve the updated number on that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Some tax based fire,
Slight.
okay. Like 20, well, 12,000.
Because the boundaries aren't exact.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah.
Market's very, very close.
Oh, yeah, no, I see that.
And I, with it, and that's, contingency's not horrible. And I know we kind of shrunk a few things to try to squeeze stuff out, especially fuel, some of those things. I don't know how much it'll change some stuff if we, you know, maybe we budget the full amount first, maybe we add another percentage into fuel, with gas, you know, being as high as it is, et cetera. I guess I would be in favor of increasing a few of these line items to cover some expected expenditures. And we did cut down medical insurance quite a bit as. I would know.
Well, one of the reasons that. So vehicle maintenance and fuel are lumped in the same line item for budgeting. One of the reasons that our number was so high this year was because of repairs. So, and I would say, well, maybe Jeremy can correct me if I'm wrong. Those are kind of one-off things, not something that we would anticipate happening again next year.
Right, like that pump,
Yeah,
the pump issue, yeah.
Okay.
First time I've seen that. So,
Keep in mind though, Chris, that with the aging fleet, the maintenance issues are just able to. Coming up. So.
So as we,
can still go. I was just gonna say. The facilities are okay, are taken care of, the staffing is taken care of. The last thing to really attack is the fleet, and the ambulances are in really. Pretty good shape, they're in good shape for 5-year-old ambulances, but. Our primary engine and the two ladders, thank goodness they're still in good shape. They pass inspections. We're supposed to get them inspected. We're not required that they pass inspections, but they have been. So hallelujah. Let's count that.
no, yeah, I agree, Dave. That is our next. Once we figure out our leadership transition, that's like the next piece of the puzzle, right? Is to start looking at fleet replacement.
Three-legged stool.
Absolutely. Yep.
so as we have it now, we're balanced, with a contingency, so we can. We're on the scale. If folks wanna propose any other line item changes, I think now's the time. If not, I would entertain a motion to adopt the budget as amended. There. So moved.
Second,
Okay, been moved by Greg. Seconded by Chris. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Budget is adopted. We can adjourn the budget hearing.
Plan,
2000. Now I got Dave.
Yes. Did you motion to adjourn or do we need to?
We,
Get a motion.
yes, we need a motion.
I move we adjourn the
Okay,
budget.
moved by Chris,
Second.
second by Mark.
Okay.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? I got 2001.
Okay.